When greeting someone, it is important to use the appropriate level of formality for each situation. Are you comfortable using formal, professional, or casual greetings in English? Do you know when you use them? Or what about slang? This is exactly what this lesson will help you do, so you can greet others in English with confidence in any situation. When greeting someone in English, it's important to use the right level of formality for each situation. And that's exactly what I'll help you learn in this lesson. 1. Hey, hey man, or hi. You can use hey and hi to greet someone instead of hello. Both are particularly popular among younger people. While hi is appropriate to use in any casual situation, hey is for people who have already met. If you say hey to a stranger, it might be confusing for that person because he or she will try to remember when you met before. You can also add man to the end of hey when greeting males. Some people also use hey man to casually greet younger women, but only do this if you know the woman very well. Remember that hey doesn't always mean hello. Hey can also be used to call for someone's attention. 2. How's it going? Or how are you doing? These are casual ways of asking how are you? If you're trying to be particularly polite, stick with how are you? But otherwise, you can use these expressions to greet almost anyone. The word going is usually shortened, so it sounds more like going. You can answer with it's going well or I'm doing well depending on the question. Although it's not grammatically correct, most people just answer good, and you can too. Like when responding to how are you? You can also follow your answer by asking and you. 3. What's up? What's new? Or what's going on? These are some other informal ways of asking how are you, which are typically used to casually greet someone you have met before. Most people answer with nothing or not much. Or, if it feels right to make small talk, you could also briefly describe anything new or interesting that's going on in your life, before asking what about you? To continue the conversation. 4. How's everything? How are things? Or how's life? These are some other common ways of asking how are you? They can be used to casually greet anyone, but most often they're used to greet someone you already know. To these, you can answer good or not bad. Again, if small talk feels appropriate, you could also briefly share any interesting news about your life, and then ask the person what about you? Or another greeting question. 5. How's your day? Or how's your day going? These questions mean how are you? Not just right now, but how you've been all day. You would use these greetings later in the day and with someone you see regularly. For example, you might ask a coworker one of these questions in the afternoon, or a cashier that you see at the grocery store every evening. It's going well is the grammatically correct response, but many people simply answer with fine, good or all right. By the way, notice that good, fine or not bad are perfect answers to almost any greeting question. 6. Good to see you or nice to see you. These casual greetings are used with friends, coworkers or family members that you haven't seen in a while. It's common for close friends to hug when they greet each other, particularly if they haven't seen each other in some time, so you might use this greeting along with a hug or handshake depending on your relationship with the person. 7. Long time no see or it's been a while. These casual greetings are used when you haven't seen someone in a long time, particularly if you meet that person unexpectedly. How much is a long time? It depends on how often you normally see that person. For example, you could use one of these greetings if you normally see the person every week, but then don't see them for a few months or more. Usually, these phrases are followed with a question like how are you, how have you been? Or what's new? Business greetings and formal greetings. 8. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. These are formal ways of saying hello, which change depending on the time of day. Keep in mind that good night is only used to say goodbye, so if you meet someone late in the day, Remember to greet them with good evening, rather than good night. Good morning can be made more casual by simply saying morning. You can also use afternoon or evening as informal greetings, but these are less commonly used. 9. It's nice to meet you or pleased to meet you. These greetings are formal and polite. If you say this to someone when you meet him or her for the first time, it will make you seem courteous. Remember to only use these greetings the first time you meet someone. Next time you see the person, you can show that you remember him or her by saying it's nice to see you again. 10. How have you been? This greeting question is only asked by people who have already met. If someone asks you how have you been, they want to know if you have been well since the last time the two of you met. 11. How do you do? This greeting is very formal, and quite uncommon, but it may still be used by some older people. The proper response is I'm doing well, or, as strange as it seems, some people even ask how do you do? Right back as an answer. Slang English greetings. Slang greetings are extremely informal, and should only be used with people that you know very well, and feel very comfortable with. Keep in mind that a lot of slang is regional, and using Australian slang, for example, in America can sound quite strange. You'll need to learn the local slang wherever you are, but these common examples will help you get started. 12. Yo. This extremely informal greeting is common in America. It comes from 1990s hip-hop slang, and these days it's often used jokingly. This greeting should only be used with very close friends, and never in a business setting. 13. Are you okay? You alright? Or alright mate? This casual way of asking both hello and how are you is common in Britain. You can respond yeah, fine, or simply alright. 14. Howdy. This is a very informal abbreviation of how do you do? That is common in certain parts of Canada and the US. Keep in mind that if you say howdy outside of these regions, you will sound like a cowboy, and it might make the other person laugh. 15. Sup? Or what's up? These greetings are abbreviations of what's up, which are common among teenagers. Like with what's up? You can answer nothing or not much. 16. G'day mate. This casual greeting is an Australian abbreviation of good day. Keep in mind that Australian greetings often use ya instead of you. So how are ya? Is the same as how are you? And how are ya going? Is basically the same as how's it going? Or how are you doing? 17. Hiya. This greeting, short for how are you, is commonly used in certain parts of England. However, you don't need to actually answer this question, you can just say hey. Right back. I hope you enjoy trying out these new English greetings. You'll find that greeting people in different ways will help your English sound more natural, and it might even make English greetings more fun and interesting for you.